Stop, before your mind does what it always does, before it tries to be polite, before it tries to be small. This video is about you becoming someone no one can guilt trip, push, or quietly control. One technique, one shift. If you get it, you become untouchable. Here is the hook. Right now, there are people in your life who count on you staying confused. They count on you explaining yourself. They count on you giving more than you get. They count on you believing that your discomfort means you did something wrong. But the moment you learn this one technique, their influence snaps like cheap plastic. That technique is response ownership. It sounds simple, but do not underestimate what it does. Response ownership means you train your mind to separate two things: what they say and what you decide it means. Most people mix those together until they cannot tell the difference. When you split them apart, manipulation loses oxygen.
Stay with me because each part builds on the last, and if you miss one, the whole thing collapses. Picture someone saying, "Wow, I guess you don't care about us anymore." Notice what your brain does. It rushes to defend, justify, fix. They did not guilt trip you. Your interpretation guilt tripped you.
That is the trap. You react to the meaning your mind created, not the words they used. And when your mind is trained to take responsibility for feelings that do not belong to you, you become easy to steer. This video is about breaking that pattern. Response ownership works like this. When someone fires guilt at you, instead of reacting, you think three words: that is theirs. Say it in your head. That is theirs. Their sadness? Theirs. Their disappointment? Theirs. Their story about what your choices mean? Theirs. You are not cold. You are not rude. You are simply refusing to carry emotions that were packaged for you but not created by you. Watch what happens when you use this technique. The guilt still arrives, but it hits a wall instead of entering your bloodstream. And once it cannot land, they cannot steer you. Keep watching, because now we take this from idea to muscle memory. Anytime someone uses guilt or pressure, your mind normally jumps to one of three places. You try to fix it. You try to prove them wrong. You freeze and stay silent. Those three reactions are what manipulators count on. They push a button and you perform on command. Response ownership installs a fourth option, the one powerful people use. It goes like this. They say, "You should have called. You always do this. You make me feel ignored." You pause, you breathe once, you think, that is theirs. Then you respond with clarity, not guilt. Something like, "I hear you. Here is what works for me." Or, "I am not responsible for that interpretation." No anger, no performance, no panic. This one pause breaks their rhythm. They cannot steer a mind that will not take the bait. Humans do not get controlled through force. We get controlled through meaning. Someone says a line, your mind assigns a meaning. That meaning creates an emotion. The emotion moves your behavior. They control the first domino. You let the rest fall. Response ownership removes their hand from the domino chain. You hear the words, but you choose the meaning, because meaning is not a fact. Meaning is a choice. And when you start choosing the meaning instead of absorbing it, your self-respect grows fast. People feel it. You feel it. You stop being easy to move. Most people think the cure for manipulation is to get tougher or louder. It is not. Some of the strongest people in the world get controlled quietly. The real issue is this. You were taught as a kid that keeping everyone happy keeps you safe. So your brain treats discomfort like danger. That is why guilt hits so hard. Your brain thinks you are losing safety. But your safety is not in keeping peace. Your safety is in keeping clarity. And clarity comes from owning your response instead of absorbing theirs. You do not need to become cold. You need to become responsible for the one thing they cannot touch, your internal meaning. Keep going, because the next part turns this into instinct. Here is how you train response ownership until it becomes your default. Step 1. Catch the emotional spike. Anytime you feel guilt, pressure, or the urge to explain, say in your mind, pause. This stops the autopilot. Step 2. Label the source. Ask yourself, is this emotion from them or from me? If it came from them, say it again. That is theirs. Step 3. Choose your meaning. Pick the meaning that stays true to your values, not their expectations. Example, they are upset instead of, I am wrong. Step 4. Respond from clarity. Short, calm, direct, no justifying, no apologizing for things you did not do, just your truth. Repeat this enough times and people will start responding to you differently. Not because you got louder, but because you stopped being available for manipulation. The moment you stop being guilt-tripped or controlled, people show their true colors fast. Some will adjust. They will respect your boundaries. Some will get louder because the old buttons no longer work. Some will disappear because without control, they have nothing to offer. Do not fear that shift. It reveals who should stay and who was only attached to your compliance. You are not losing people. You are losing manipulation. Big difference. Imagine the next time someone tries to make you feel like a villain for having your own needs, and instead of shrinking, your mind stays still. The guilt slides off. You respond with clarity. The conversation goes a different way. You leave with your dignity intact. You did not fight. You did not explain. You simply refused to be programmed. That is what response ownership gives you. A mind that cannot be guilt-tripped. A mind that cannot be steered. A mind that knows its own meaning. And a mind that knows its meaning cannot be controlled. If you remember nothing else, remember this. Guilt only works on people who accept the meaning handed to them. Control only works on people who let others define their role. You break both the moment you say internally, that is theirs, and choose your meaning instead. That is how you build a mind that no one can guilt-trip or control. If you want part 2 where I teach you how to shut down manipulation in real conversations in under 10 seconds, tell me and I will make it.